Hi, Michael E. Garza here for eXp Realty in San Ramon. We cover the entire East Bay area. The next in my series of Words from the Big Chair, and once again today's video is from the Ask Mike files. But let me ask you all a question this time. Would you DIY your new home purchase? While it's true you don't need a realtor to buy a home, here are some things you may not have considered. And I want you to think about these. Let's talk about the listing agent. The seller's agent is obligated to be truthful to you, but they aren't required to help you with your end of the sale in any way. If you look at it, it's just too risky for them. What do I mean? Well, within our industry, there's a term called an implied contract or an implied agreement. Now, what this really means is if the listing agent helps you in even the most minor way, well, it could be seen later as an implied agreement between you and the listing agent. And the downside for them is that if there's a problem down the road, the agent could be held liable for whatever happened. Because remember, they're the expert, you aren't. So there's a lot of liability. Without a contract and an agreement for payment, it's just too dangerous to do. So most agents don't. Moving on, let's talk paperwork for a second. There is a landslide of forms involved with purchasing your next home. They aren't always straightforward and easily understood. But there can be dozens of forms that are required to be completed in order to finalize your transaction. They range from loan, seller, and buyer disclosures, schedule changes, and different agreements, just to name a few. Remember that these documents are designed with professionals in mind, not ease of use for the public. And we'll come back to that later. Let's talk inspections. If the home is to be inspected, will you know where to get a reputable, experienced inspector that's not going to take you to the cleaners? Will you know what to have inspected? Our agent will have the ability to provide names of not only great inspectors, but also in the event that damage is discovered, we'll be able to provide the names of reputable contractors to help you with your repairs. And inspections can be expensive and in most cases are paid by the buyer's side of the deal. So we here at Michael E. Garza Real Estate Services have a background in construction and can help you with your decision to define what areas of the home should be inspected. And doing this will minimize your out-of-pocket pre-close expenses. And that'll be important. We all need every dime, right? Let's talk about price adjustments. If problems are discovered with this home inspection, will you be able to negotiate a discount on the price with a professional agent? Now, bear in mind, most people don't like confrontation, so as a result, it is difficult for many to argue on their own behalf for a price adjustment. As an accomplished, experienced agent, will not only be able to do this, but also, as in our case, have taken training to achieve this. This results in a positive outcome for our client.
Give me the money. Give me the money, okay?
That's what we're all after. Finally, closing the deal. How are you at your juggling skills? Closing can be quite hectic. If there are last-minute documents or funding issues that need to be addressed in a timely manner so that closing can be finished on time, can you quickly figure out the answers to problems you've never seen before? Remember, and this is important, California, the entire transaction is on the clock, so it's on a timer with limited time to solve last-minute issues. Document files must be completed, funds cleared to close, inspections completed and submitted, title problems researched and dealt with. Don't forget that every deal is a thumbprint, meaning all transactions are unique, with different last-minute challenges that almost always show up. As was mentioned earlier, time is important in your transaction. Staying on schedule is imperative. If you fall behind, there's the danger that the transaction can be canceled by the seller, who will have the right, and who can then legally relist the property or accept another offer. At Michael E. Garza Real Estate Services, we, as professionals, are expert at pacing transactions. We can structure the deal from the beginning to end, thus avoiding most issues. We always monitor all buyer and seller activities to ensure that the purchase is completed on time. Our focus is for our clients to get their home, right? The value of an experienced realtor services cannot be overstated. If you want to be assured of a successful transaction that is as smooth and trouble-free as possible, don't take a chance. Contact us today. You'll be glad you did. Michael E. Garza Real Estate Services, covering the entire East Bay area, San Francisco Bay region. Home office is out of San Ramon. Thank you, and I'll see you all in a few days. Bye-bye.